The Galaxy Grand Quattro is Samsung's cheapest quad-core smartphone to cost under Rs 20,000 today. It is similar to the Galaxy Grand, but the Quattro has a slightly smaller 4.7-inch screen bearing the same 800 by 480 pixel resolution. This results in a slightly sharper clarity. The LCD display is fair for a phone in this price range, but outdoor visibility is mediocre. High quality videos do look good, however. It is powered by a Qualcomm quad-core 1.2 GHz processor and a gigabyte of RAM, but the CPU is based on the older ARM Cortex A5 architecture, whereas the Grand is based on the newer Cortex A9. The interface runs reasonably smooth, although we did not see a huge difference in real life between the Galaxy Grand and the Quattro. But for everyday tasks like streaming videos, checking email, WhatsApping, etc., the Quattro will suffice well. There is a 5 megapixel camera at the back with an LED flash and a speaker grill placed on either sides of the sensor. This is slightly lower than the 8 megapixel unit on the Galaxy Grand. On the top, you've got a 3.5mm headphone jack and a micro USB port at the bottom. The left side bears the power button, which felt quite flimsy in our test device. Even the volume button didn't feel firm while clicking. It is designed pretty much like every other Samsung Galaxy smartphone today. In fact, it is becoming increasingly hard to differentiate between them. The physical home button is surrounded by two capacitive menu and back keys, which unfortunately are hardly visible when seen in daylight. The camera takes photos and videos in decent quality. The camera interface has many different types of modes like smile shot, burst shot, panorama, and even some Instagram-like filters. There are a range of settings that you can play around with, like exposure or white balance. Unfortunately, the Grand Quattro can record videos in a non-HD resolution of 720 by 480 pixels. FYI, that's DVD resolution. This is disappointing because the Galaxy Grand can shoot videos in 1080p Full HD. The front-facing camera has also been downgraded from 2 megapixels to 0.3, but is reasonably clear to conduct video calls. Being a tad smaller in width and a little lighter than the Grand, the Quattro feels a little more reasonable to hold while talking, but by no means is this phone compact. In terms of software, it runs Android 4.1 Jelly Bean atop Samsung's TouchWiz interface. It retains some of the features from Samsung's stable like Smart Stay that automatically dims the display when you look away from it. All in all, the Quattro is a mid-range smartphone with an average build and no new feature that we haven't already seen in other Galaxy phones. There isn't anything exceptional about this device that excites us, but that's not to say that it's a bad phone.